welcome back to our channel. For this video, I will be answering your guys' questions in regards to my surrogacy journey. I know this has been a long-awaited video. Excuse me for using my hands, that's just me when I talk. But this has been a long-awaited video for you guys, and it's finally here. So without further ado, then let's keep on rolling. Okay, so I had asked you guys on Instagram to send me any questions that you guys may have, and you guys did. So I actually have them right here. I screenshotted them and I will be answering them. Someone said, "This is amazing. What made you want to do this, and what do you need to become a surrogate?" This is actually a common question that I get. Number one, thank you for saying that it is an amazing thing that I did. Number two, what made me do this? When I was younger, I always told my mom that I wanted to help kids or a family out because I knew people struggled with infertility. I told my mom, if I'm ever able to have kids, I want to help somebody out, or I want to adopt a baby. So I seen that a girl from where I'm from, the town that I graduated high school from, actually did this, and I was like, wait, you can actually do this? Like, I don't know, I was mind blown. And I was like, you know what, I want to do this. And so, don't mind his stickers. This is kids being creative. But I was like, wow, you can actually do this. So I actually went through the same agency she went through, Los Angeles Surrogacy, which is the same agency that I went through. There was an agency here in the city where I'm from, but their requirements were a little more different than Los Angeles. Los Angeles is a little more lenient, and they're nice. Like, all their staff, I have nothing to complain about. But what you need, number three, to become a surrogate is, I actually have my agency's basic requirements. These are only the basic ones, so I'm gonna read them to you guys. It's must not use any nicotine or marijuana products. You have to be between the age of 20 to 39. Must have had at least one successful live birth. Must be a U.S. citizen, and if not, be able to provide documentation showing you are here legally. You must have a BMI of 33 or less. You have to have a good support system. If you are married or in a relationship, your partner must be on board with this process. And the reason why he has to be on board, Jose had to be on board with this too, is because they have to sign off that they are comfortable with you doing this situation. They don't want to have any legal action towards them if your partner is not okay with this.
Is this going to get a mom?
That's your mom?
Mm-hmm.
This is me trying to film with two toddlers.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I wish this is a stickers.
Yeah, you're gonna be a YouTuber?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Someone said, don't you feel like you're going to get attached to the baby? Can you have a relationship with the baby? I believe that once you come into this journey, you have to be mentally stable to know and understand that this is not your child. In regards to my situation, I can only speak on behalf of my journey and my experience on this. No, I did not get attached to the baby. The whole pregnancy, I actually already had it in my head that this was not my child. There was no connection whatsoever to me, to the pregnancy, nothing. I already knew I was just carrying this baby. That's all. In regards to that question, I did not feel any connection whatsoever to the baby. And in regards to if you can have a relationship with the baby, that all depends on the intended parents that you get. The intended parents that I got, I don't have a relationship with the baby, but they have been sending me pictures and updating me on how he's doing. Girl, I give you props. I would not be able to do it. I would get so attached. Your experience being a surrogate. My experience on being a surrogate was really well. I actually was happy that I was able to take it in for myself and not have to worry about people's opinions. And the reason why I say this is because The next question is, how did your family react? So about that, the only ones that knew were my parents, and my siblings maybe seen me twice because I like keeping to myself. So with that, the ones that only knew were my parents, my mom and my dad that are here around me, that live near me. And my mom was the one that actually would help me with the babies because I wasn't able to take them to any appointment. And her reaction was, if this is something you want to do, go ahead and do it. My dad's reaction wasn't that well because obviously he worried for my life. Labor is not an easy thing to go through, and my labor with Zach was not easy. So as a dad's perspective, he was just more worried than anything. So when I seen those two different opinions, I was like, okay, like I really want to keep this to myself. I do not want to deal, because I didn't take his opinion well. And I did not want to deal with everybody else's opinion. I didn't want to deal with people asking me, oh, but I bet you're getting money out of this, or I bet you're doing this or that, So I didn't want to deal with anybody's opinion. So the only ones I knew were them. Everybody else, I hid it from any other relatives, any other friends. I hid it from everybody for a complete of 9 months. I didn't announce it. Obviously, you guys seen. Until I was in labor. That's when I announced it to you guys. So you guys can get a hint of, why I kept it to myself. But I think that was the best thing I could have ever done, because I kept the journey for myself. Like, I was able to experience this. I was not trying to be selfish, but I was able to experience this with my husband, just us, and just take it in for what it was. Any pros or cons? I believe the pros are both families end up benefiting from it, as if you want to say that. The pros is you are able to give a couple a family. You are able to provide a baby for them. It's just an amazing feeling, honestly. If you're able to do it, I encourage you to do it. I mean, like I said, not everybody has the mentality to do it, but if you feel like you do, I really encourage you to do it. Any cons? The cons would be maybe you do risk your infertility. I had to sign off that I was okay with knowing that I will, maybe, it's not a 100% chance, but I probably will not be able to have children anymore. Why? Because the injections, you have to inject, insert, and intake. So it's 3 different types of hormones that they're putting into your system. I was going crazy. I was falling into depression because these hormones that are going into your system are a lot. Because this is not a natural way to get pregnant. So you have to go through all these procedures to be able to get pregnant. So I had to sign off that I was okay with not having kids anymore, losing my infertility, because my body may think that the way to get pregnant is through this method now. So that's a con. Another con would probably be postpartum depression, recovering from postpartum, not coming home with the baby. Your body may feel that. In my situation, I didn't. I was completely happy. The parents were texting me, checking up on me. They still are. They are now in China. As you guys seen, it was a Chinese couple. The baby was made just of them. I was just carrying the baby. So, yeah, maybe because I already knew the baby had no connection to me, is what helped me be strong and know that this was not my child. Is it hard for you to carry the baby, then have to give him up? Like I said, I already knew this child wasn't mine. I knew that he was made and formed by the dad's sperm, the mom's eggs. It was made into an embryo. It was frozen. So when it got transferred to my uterus, I already know from the get-go, this is not my child. It doesn't have my genes. It doesn't have anything. I'm just carrying it for them. At the end of the day, I'm making them happy. They're going to be a family because of me. So I didn't feel no connection besides feeling happy. And up to this day, I'm 4 weeks postpartum, and up to this day, almost 5. Till this day, I still feel extremely happy. The pregnancy. The pregnancy had its ups and downs. Before getting pregnant, obviously with all the injections, the hormones, and all the medications I was on, I went from 130 to 150 alone in like a month because of all these medications. So that took a toll on my body. I seen myself gaining the weight, and that had a toll on the depression that I was starting to get. Good thing it didn't get any farther. It was just me dealing with all these hormones, dealing with me gaining weight. So it definitely got to me. But when I got pregnant, I actually lost weight. I was losing weight and I was losing weight, and that was because my pregnancy, I ended up finding out that I had low blood count. And then around month 7, it led to anemia also. But when I found out I had low blood count, they actually told me that they had to be monitoring me, and if it didn't get fixed, I was going to need a blood transfusion during labor if I lost too much blood. So that wasn't really good news for me to hear. But other than that, my pregnancy went really smoothly. My pregnancy went really smoothly. The baby was okay. He was doing great during the whole pregnancy. He was gaining weight like he was supposed to. There was no issue. So the pregnancy itself went great. It's just crazy to experience the changes. The baby had nothing to do with me, nothing to do with my husband. So the doctors did actually tell me, you're going to experience symptoms that you wouldn't experience if it was you or you and your husband having a child. And it was true. I was craving egg rolls my whole pregnancy. All I wanted was egg rolls, noodles. It was crazy. You guys might laugh, but it is crazy. My manager thought it was so crazy too. It would hurt me to walk sometimes at the beginning of my pregnancy, and anything that I would like crave or that would be going on with my body, I would go ahead and text my intended mother, which is the mother of the baby. And she told me that in China, when they're pregnant, they actually don't go out at all the entire pregnancy. They just take care of themselves at home and eat. That's what they do. So I was like, oh my God, maybe this is why it hurts so much to walk, to go out and walk. Because I would be walking at the beginning of my pregnancy and I was like, oh my God, my hips would be hurting, and it was just crazy. So that's what she told me that. And well, where she's from, they actually stay indoors their whole pregnancy and eat and just care for, care for growing their baby. So that was really like new to find out. It was really fun. Texting her, letting her know like, hey, this is what I'm craving, and she's like, oh, that's crazy, like I like that too. Or it was just a very awesome experience. How was the overall experience? Would you do it again? My experience was great. The satisfaction of making a family was amazing. I am so happy with what I did. Would I do it again? I'm not so sure. I feel like within time maybe, but at this point right now in my head, no. Only because I don't want to put my body through that again. But I mean, if I had to, I would. But at this very moment, no, I wouldn't do it again. What did you feel giving birth to a baby for another family? Like I said many times in this video, I felt great satisfaction, right? Right?
Yeah, I was
Yeah. We're happy, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, how do you get in? Hey, it just got this hollow.
Right.
Hey, Timo.
Did I have a natural birth? By natural, like through the way down there, yes, I had him that way. But natural as in no medication, no. I actually lasted, I want to say, let's see, I got the epidural the 17th at 1:30, and I had been in labor since 4:30 the day before. I was already 32 hours in labor when I decided to get the epidural. And even then, I got the epidural at 1:30 in the afternoon, and they didn't break my water till 6 p.m. that day. So I didn't have, no, around 7, 8, I don't remember. But they ended up breaking my water, and everything went fast after that. I ended up having him at 8:31 p.m. the 17th of December, which was 40 hours of labor. So by that time, the epidural had already worn off, and I was feeling completely everything. And as soon as they told me, you just need to push him out and your pain will go away, I gave 2 pushes and he was out. That was the fastest I have ever pushed. I gave 2 pushes and he came out. And they right away took him to go clean him, and then they brought him back because they didn't take him out of the room, but they took him to go clean him, and then they brought him back swaddled up because I really wanted to see what he looked like, because the entire pregnancy, believe it or not, he was not letting me or his parents see his face. Try and get 4D ultrasounds and he would not budge. He was facing my spine and he would not turn around, so that was really funny. He had always been really stubborn. My whole pregnancy, I will always have memories of him because he would always be stubborn. He would always kick me at like the most random times ever. He would be up at 12 midnight kicking the crap out of me, and he would be up at 8 in the morning. So I don't know, but I don't know what he was thinking, but it was a fun experience. I definitely recommend this for whoever could do it. If you can do it, I would definitely recommend you to do it. Do you have any pictures with the baby, yourself, and the parents? I actually do. I think I posted them on my last video, but if not, I will put them down here so you guys can see them. The beautiful family that I was able to create. But those were all the questions for you guys. If you guys want to know anything else, please leave it in the comments down below, and I will make sure to film that for you guys next. This was a long-awaited video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Know more information about the agency that I went through, or want me to give you answer any more questions for you guys that you guys may have, maybe personal ones that I can be able to answer for you guys, I will leave my Instagram here down below, and you guys can go ahead and message me and just let me know that you guys are interested in knowing the agency that I went through and all that, and I will make sure to refer you and to answer any questions that you guys have. Don't forget to say like, comment, share, and subscribe. Say until next time. Bye.